Hello everyone, my name is Adjah and welcome to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, kindly subscribe so that you don't miss out on future videos. Now, on my introduction video, I have informed my viewers that I will be discussing the difference between a magistrate and a judge. I am a law graduate myself. I am employed. However, today I'll not be telling you what my job is, but what I can say is that I'm employed and I work in court. I guess in the future I will be saying exactly what my job title is. Now, to be a magistrate, to be a judge, to be a prosecutor, to be a private lawyer, to be a legal aid lawyer, to be that sums it up. You need to be a law graduate. You need to have an honors degree in Bachelor of Laws. Now, what is a magistrate? A magistrate is a person that presides matters in the district court and the regional court. In actual fact, perhaps I shall explain the hierarchy of court. There is the lower court, and that is consisting of a district court and a regional court. There is a high court, and then there is the Supreme Court. Now, the district court and the regional court is presided, or the person that you see sitting on top there, for those who watch movies or have been inside a courtroom, I'm referring to the person that sits alone on top, like at the end of the room, and that is now a courtroom. We call that person a magistrate. And in the High Court and the Supreme Court, again, is the same person that sits at the end of the room, or the courtroom. We call it now the courtroom. Is called a judge. Now, when a person is arrested by the police, it is charged, is brought to court. And when the person is brought to court, they appear first of all, when a matter goes to court, firstly, it appears in the district court, which is presided by a magistrate. I say it again. When a person is arrested by the police and is brought to court for the first time, the matter is being presided in the district court, or is being heard in the district court, whereby that matter will be heard before a magistrate. Now, a magistrate presides matters that are not, every matter it is considered, or every case that comes before court is considered as a serious case. However, cases like rape, or offenses like rape, offenses like poaching of wildlife, offenses like murder, offenses like attempted murder, like when you attempted to kill someone although they are not dead, offenses like fraud that involves let me say big sums of money. Those type of cases are being presided either in the regional court, which, yes, it falls under lower court, or is being presided in the High Court before a judge. Again, serious offenses like rape, poaching of wildlife, murder, attempted murder, fraud that includes or that involves high amount of money, those type of offenses are tried either in the regional court or in the High Court before a judge. Now, perhaps in the future I will be explaining how does one decide, or how does a prosecutor general decide what matter should be heard in the regional court, be it a rape case or murder case. They will decide how should the matter be heard in the high court or be tried in the high court before a judge. Now, the magistrate have the power to hear bail application. When you're hearing that there is a bail application ongoing, or someone is arrested and they are appearing before court, they appear first before a magistrate. Again, I think this will probably be the third time, but just bear with me. When a person is arrested, a matter appears first before a magistrate. Now, let's say the magistrate hear a bail application, for instance, and the person was denied bail. If I get into that now, I will go off topic. However, I will be discussing what it means for a bail application, who brings bail application, what type of people are involved in a bail application. However, what I can say is that a bail application is heard before a magistrate in the district court. Now, let me perhaps just explain today also that when a matter is being presided before a magistrate court or before a magistrate, there is usually the magistrate, the prosecutor, the interpreter, that is now for the person to interpret in the language that the person understands, for them to fully understand exactly what they are being charged with and to understand the court proceedings. There are lawyers involved. If the applicant, we call them the applicant, if the applicant is having a lawyer, then the lawyer will be present. If he does not wish to be represented, then he will proceed representing himself, and then we call it conducting on defense. When you are representing yourself, you are conducting on defense. So that is now the terminology, so to speak, what is used in court. And then at the end of all this proceedings from a bail application, the magistrate will make a ruling whether now the person should be granted a bail or not, and if it's not and the person is not satisfied, then they can appeal. There are those type of cases that makes it all the way to the high court and there was no bail application. Now in this case, makes it all the way to the high court without a formal bail application, then the applicant or the accused person can bring an application before a judge in the high court. And let me also just say, a case does not go straight from the person being arrested at the police station straight to the high court. No, it has to go through the district court, which is presided by a magistrate. Again, before a case does not go straight from when the person is arrested by the police to the high court. It goes through the district court, which are being presided by magistrate. If I have to explain oh look, it's raining outside, isn't that wonderful? Now, if I have to explain exactly what a magistrate does, then this video is gonna amount to 2 hours. But for now, or for this video, what I can say is that magistrate preside first appearance cases, as it's called in court. What that means is that when you're arrested and charged by the police, you are brought to court to make a first appearance, and then in court you are informed of exactly what the prosecution is charging you of, and you will be informed of the rights that you are entitled to as an accused person, and then you exercise your rights. The magistrate also hears or conduct a warrant of arrest inquiry. What that means is that when you have a case in court and you are warned by the court that be at court on this date at this time, and you were absent, then a warrant of arrest will be issued. Once the police find you, you will be brought to court, and when you are brought to court, the magistrate can conduct a warrant of arrest inquiry asking you, why did you miss your previous court date? And based on that, the court will make a decision, the magistrate will make a decision that, okay, the court accepts your explanation, or no, the court does not accept your explanation at all. The magistrate also hear plea and trials. What that means is that, for instance, you are arrested by the police, you are brought to court, the prosecution inform you what you are charged with, the court explain to you your legal rights, and if you yourself as an accused person know that you are guilty and you wish to finish your case that day, then you can plea. You can plea. That's what we call it. You can plea, but you can tell the court and say that, no, Your Worship, I am guilty. That is what you call a magistrate in court, Your Worship. Be it a man, be it a woman, you just use Your Worship. No, Your Worship, I understand what the prosecution said. I understand my legal rights, and I want to finish this case today. Then the court or the magistrate can hear your plea. Let me remind you that this is not for serious offense. If you come there that you are charged with that you raped someone, if you come there and it is said that you killed someone, if you come there and it is said that you almost killed somebody, if you come there and said you have defrauded someone maybe of 1 million, if it comes there that you poached some rhinos or elephants, then even if you are guilty, the magistrate does not have let me use the word jurisdiction. The magistrate does not have the jurisdiction to take your plea, because then those type of offenses, they have to be decided by the prosecutor general, where such cases can be heard or can be tried. So because of that, even if you want to plead guilty, the magistrate cannot listen to your plea. If you are charged of an offense of you beat somebody, assault, GBH with intent to do grievous bodily harm, if you assault someone by threat, if you stole someone's things, if you broke into somebody's house, if you were found with things or property that is said to be stolen, if you were found with drugs, depending now on what kind of drugs and the value which is involved and the grams which is involved. If it's lower grams, low value, then yes, you can tell the court that, Your Worship, I know I'm guilty, I want to finish, I don't want to waste the court's time. Then the magistrate in the district court can hear your plea and finalize your case. There are those who will come and say, no, I'm very innocent, I didn't do anything, I'm simply being accused. Now for the offenses that I just named now, the case will be investigated, investigation will finalize, you will be informed that, okay, sir or madam, the investigation in this matter is finalized, now we are going to set the matter for plea and trial. The matter is then for plea and trial, and come on that date that the matter is set for plea and trial, then you are going to plea, saying that, okay, no, as I said before, I'm not guilty. And that is when the prosecution will be calling the witnesses so that they can come and give evidence to prove that you are indeed guilty of what you are accused of. I know that I might have said a lot of things that probably will leave my viewers confused, but they will be, or I will make out a video explaining court proceedings from the beginning to when the person is arrested up until where the case is finalized. Either the person is found guilty or the person is not found guilty. I will be explaining those steps in future videos. Then people will have an idea of exactly what happened. Yes, there are those people who go to court to sit, to listen, but at the end of the day, you're just listening to people talking. That is now mostly the prosecution which is doing the talking, but you don't know exactly what is going on or what these people are trying to say. You'll hear cases postponed for further investigation. You will hear a case is postponed for legal aid. You will hear a case is postponed for lab results. You will be hearing all those things, but do you understand exactly what is going on? I have also realized, I took notice that an article can be printed in the newspaper, on Facebook, being shared on WhatsApp groups and things like that. And then the way people comment, it shows exactly that people don't understand. You will see the comments are against a magistrate or a judge. And you will see some comments, no, actually most of the time, the comments are against a magistrate, especially when the person is convicted. And then the article will go saying, for instance, that no, the person has 10 children, and then the people will start saying that the court, yes, now these 10 children are going to suffer and what and what and what. Yes, that is true, but in my line of work, you need to separate the two. You cannot afford to be biased. You literally just need to focus on your work. You cannot involve your emotions. You cannot bring in your personal views when you are doing this work. You have to be impartial and you focus on what is in front of you. Now, let me say, for instance, you are charged having killed somebody, and the way this offense was committed, especially when you will hear someone was stabbed 50 times, 20 times, 30 times. That gives an idea of how that person is going to be sentenced if convicted, if found guilty. If it so happened that you killed someone, you tried to obstruct or you tried to hide the body of this person or you burn the body of this person, what do you think the punishment is going to be? If the punishment is going to be that of life imprisonment, then your case will probably, I know this for sure, but I'm using the word probably anyway, in that your case will probably be heard in the High Court in front of a judge. Now, and again, I realized that I have used a lot of terms, and I have tried to explain itsy bitsy of things that probably will leave my viewers confused, but I promise you I will be explaining all these terms in future videos. Terms like, what is an accused person? What is a complainant? Who is a complainant? Who can be a complainant? What is a victim? Who can be a victim? What is a prosecutor, or who can be a prosecutor? What is a legal aid defense counsel? What is a private lawyer? What I can say to you now is a judge, a magistrate, a prosecutor, legal aid lawyer, a private lawyer. All those 5 careers or jobs requires one qualification, and that is for you to have a law degree. When you graduate from law school, it's up to you to decide what you want to do, where you want to work. It doesn't mean that for you to be a private lawyer, you need to be a prosecutor first, or you need to be a magistrate first. No. When you graduate from law school, you yourself decide where you want to go. Do you want to be a magistrate? Same qualification they ask for, no experience. Same qualification they ask for, no experience. Prosecution, same qualification they ask for, no experience. Legal aid, same qualification they ask for, no experience. Private lawyer, to be hired, same qualification, 0 experience. Now, if you feel like you've been a magistrate for some time, you are tired of being a magistrate, you want to be a private lawyer, then you change. If you feel like you're a private lawyer, you're tired of being a private lawyer, you want to join prosecution, then you change. It's entirely up to you. The choice is yours. Entirely up to you. However, to be a judge, you must have the experience. It doesn't say that you should be a magistrate. Yes, it will be to an advantage to apply to be a judge if you're a magistrate, because you have been sitting on the bench, which is towards the end of the courtroom, and you have the experience on how to hear cases, on how to prepare for judgments, on how to pass out sentence, so to speak. So you don't need to be a magistrate. You can go from prosecution to apply to be a judge. You can go from legal aid to apply to be a judge. You can go from being or let me just use the word lawyer. You can go from being a lawyer to apply to be a judge. In other words, to apply to be a judge, you must, that is a must, you must have court experience. You must have court experience. Now, today I have explained what a magistrate is and what a judge is, and in my next video I'll be explaining what a prosecutor is, or who a prosecutor is. I'll be explaining who or what a legal aid counsel is. I'll be explaining who or what a private lawyer is. What I can say for now is legal aid, prosecutor, those are employed by the government. It's legal aid, sorry, it's legal officers. And private lawyers, I think the word explains it, they are privately employed, self-employed most of the time, or hired by a private firm. I'll be explaining what those three terms are, and I'll be explaining the responsibility of those three type of, or of those three careers or job titles. I'll be explaining exactly what they do. I truly hope that you found this video informative. And just to close it off, a magistrate only presides matters in the lower court, that being the district court and that being the regional court. A judge presides matters in the high court and the Supreme Court. And perhaps I'm going to explain also in the next video what type of, although I have briefly mentioned what type of cases can be heard in the lower court, the district court, the regional court, the high court, and the Supreme Court. Now, lastly, let me say this. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next video. And please also do share with your friends, your family. They might find this video informative also. And well, today it's a bit cloudy, so perhaps maybe the lighting is not fine, but what can I do? I don't have the ring light, I don't have an expensive camera, I'm using my phone and the light from outside through the window, and it is a very hot day. For now, I'll have to say happy holidays to those who are celebrating Christmas, and don't miss out on the next video where I'll be posting or explaining prosecution, legal aid, and private lawyer. So until next time, again, my name is Adjah, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Thank you.